Welcome back from Sarah, and let me show you today this wonderful new Tunisian crochet stitch. I've named this the Tunisian Tulip Stitch because its texture forms these kind of bloomy designs, as you see. This is how it looks on the back. This stitch can be worked from a chain in an odd number of stitches. So let's waste no more time and begin with the stitch pattern right away. So here I have started from a standard foundation row in Tunisian crochet of 13 stitches, which counts for me as row number 1. In row number 2, we will begin with the stitch pattern, which is made of a 2 rows repetition, but this row number 2, is a setup row in a way. So we will begin with a chain 1. So we chain 1. Now we will prepare for the next stitch, which is going to be a Tunisian double crochet. So this means I yarn over. Now pay attention. We are going to insert our hook in the very same beginning stitch. That is to say, can you see here this small hole, let's say, that's created from the stitch itself? This is where we are going to insert the hook just for this very first stitch. So here, yarn over, pull through, 2 loops on the hook apart from the beginning one, yarn over, pull through those 2 loops, and that's 1. Then we are going to make another double crochet just like this one. So we yarn over, insert the hook in the very same place, here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. So I have sort of created 3 stitches here. The first one, instead of being a double crochet, is a chain 1, of course. Now let's skip the next 2 vertical bars here, 1 and 2, and let's work into the third one, this one. We are going to insert the hook knitwise and through the horizontal bar here. So 1, 2, and 3, like so, yarn over and draw up a loop. So this is a kind of a Tunisian knit stitch, but through the horizontal bar. Now we are going to skip the next 2 stitches again, so 1 and 2, and work into the third one. So what happens now, we are going to yarn over and prepare to work 5 times 5 double crochet stitches again into this stitch. So we are going to insert the hook just as we did here, knitwise and through the horizontal bar. So we are taking the vertical bar and the 2 small bars that make up the horizontal bar. 1 time, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2. This is 1. So once again, yarn over, pull through, insert the hook in the very same stitch, in the very same place. So knitwise and through the horizontal bar, yarn over, pull through, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through those 2 loops. And this is 2 double crochets. So yarn over and repeat. That's 3, yarn over, repeat. That's 4, yarn over and repeat 1 last time. And that's the 5th Tunisian double crochet here. Now we're going to skip the next 2 stitches, beginning from this one, 1, 2, and we are going to work here just like before without yarning over, a sort of knit stitch through the horizontal bar, like so, yarn over, pull through and drop a loop. Now we skip again the next 2 stitches and we are going to work into our border stitch, making a neat closing stitch, but worked in double crochet. So we yarn over, insert the hook here in the border stitch as if for a neat closing stitch. So this means under both the front vertical bar and the back bar of that last border stitch, like so, yarn over, pull through, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through those 2, and that was 1 time. We are going to repeat it 2 more times, so 1, yarn over, repeat and insert the hook again as a neat closing stitch and close the double crochet stitch, and once again yarn over and make another double crochet stitch here in the border stitch. So we are going to, we have just repeated what we have done at the beginning, but here we began with a chain 1 that counted as 1 stitch, and here we made 3 double crochets. In this way we have the same number of stitches and loops, 13, that we have chained at the beginning. Now we will proceed with the return pass, which is the standard one for this stitch pattern. So we yarn over, pull through 1 loop only first, then we yarn over again and pull through 2 loops together, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, repeating this second movement until the end of the row and until we're left with just 1 loop on the hook. So if this row, which was row number 2 for me, if we consider the foundation row as row number 1, if this was a setup row, we are now going to start with the first row repetition, which is row number 3 in this case. So what we do now is we are going to skip the first 2 vertical bars, and we are yarning over, preparing for our 5 double crochet stitches that we are going to make around this stitch of previous row below. So we are going to insert the hook behind the hole of the stitch, like so. Yarn over, pull through, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2. This is 1. Yarn over and make another double crochet around that stitch, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now we are skipping 2 stitches, 1 and 2. So we are basically going to make another knit stitch through the horizontal bar in the mid stitch of that flower here, of that kind of fan here, or shell, or tulip, since I named it like this. So we go there without yarning over in the middle stitch, so skipping 2 vertical bars, going knitwise and through the horizontal bar, yarning over, pulling through and drawing up a loop. Okay, now we skip another 2 stitches and we are going to work around this stitch here 5 double crochet stitches. Yes, the reason we are going behind the whole of the stitch post and not only behind the front vertical bar only or knitwise is because the stitch is more stable like this, and it does not elongate too much. So as I said, 5 double crochet stitches here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we skip the next 2 stitches as always, and then we are going to make and work a simple neat closing stitch here in the border stitch. So we go behind both front and back bar like so, yarn over, pull through, and drop a loop. Okay, and the return pass is the standard one. Okay, so second row's repetition, we will basically repeat what we have done in the setup row, but the place where we are going to insert the hook is different. So we begin, if you remember, with a chain 1, then we will make 2 more double crochets here in this place here in the into the very same stitch. So 1 and 2, okay, now we skip the next 2 stitches, and once again we are going to work the knit stitch through the horizontal bar after 2 stitches here in the middle of our tulip without yarning over. So here like so and like so, yarn over, pull through, and drop a loop. Now once again we are going to work 5 double crochets around this stitch post here. So yarn over, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now once again we skip the next 2 stitches. We are going to work a knit stitch through the horizontal bar here in the middle stitch of 5, so in the 3rd one. That's it. Now we skip once again 2 stitches, and we will finish just like here at the beginning with 3 double crochets in the border stitch. So we yarn over, recognize where the border is, insert the hook as if for a neat closing stitch, and work there 3 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now we will make a return pass. So, and you can see the lovely flowers forming already. Now you know already what we need to do is to repeat row repetition number 1. So we are going to prepare for the 5 double crochet stitches around this stitch post here. Four and 5, followed by a knit stitch through the horizontal bar here, skipping 2 stitches and working in the 3rd one, which is also the middle one of the tulip. Now we skip another 2 and make 5 more Tunisian double crochets around the stitch post here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And here we skip the next 2 stitches and make very simply a neat closing stitch here in the border stitch and return. Okay, So now you would just need to repeat row repetition number 2. We will begin with a chain 1 and then 2 more double crochets in the same stitch, and so on. And this is the design I immediately thought about making, for example, a pretty beanie, a winter hat with this motif. Wouldn't it be wonderful? I must try it, also in 2 colors, though I don't think, worked in the round, I don't think the back color would look through too much, but let's see. Now that's it for today as well. I hope you liked this new stitch just like I did. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.